Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juggernaut, and this is going to be the setup episode for Mass Effect, the playthrough. Now, I'm going to talk to you about why it needs an episode 0. We're going to look at the options menu and everything, and we're going to set up our character for the actual Let's Play. But before that, a little bit about what we're actually going to do here. So this is going to be the most roleplay intense and immersive Let's Play I've ever done, and I'm going to try and make it the pride and joy of the channel. I'm going to upload videos of it very regularly, and it is going to preoccupy most of my attention for the foreseeable future. This does mean that I will probably miss on some other Let's Plays, that will probably... I won't miss on first impression videos for the next few months, but yeah, this will be one Let's Play channel, one Let's Play series, and then I'll probably do something else in between. But this is going to be the focus for the channel for the next few months. The reason being, Mass Effect is a very, very important game for me personally on a emotional, philosophical, even ontological level, right? It is hugely significant in the relationships that you build and the effect that it has on you when you stop playing it. Mass Effect has been something that I've sort of passively been going back to every now and again, despite the fact that I finished Mass Effect 3 years and years ago and haven't played any of the games since. So actually, I did replay it semi-recently, like 3 years ago or so, I think. Anyways, with the Legendary Edition now out, I've finally gotten around to playing it, and I'm going to go through all 3 games, I'm going to document all of it, and this is going to be one for the ages. That said, this means that I will not be talking about any real-life things, anything about YouTube, the comments, or anything. There's going to be just immersive, really roleplay-heavy kind of experience. That said, I will not even make allusions or jokes as to anything real-world and real-life-esque. So yeah, that's pretty much how this is going to go. It's a very important game for me. I'm emotionally very affected by it, so yeah, and all the stories and everything that you build and all the characters you meet are phenomenally done, all the way up to the ending of 3. Anyways, yeah, and with the new Mass Effect game hopefully coming out relatively soon, I'm hoping in the next few years at least, I think it's a good time to replay this, and I think it's a good time to go through the motions again, since I haven't forgotten the storyline and the characters and all the little mini-quests and everything. I'm pretty sure I still know most of it by heart, but I think it's a good time. Enough time has passed that I can delve into this once again, and yeah, there we go. So let's begin with Mass Effect 1. And here we go. So, we're going to create our character here, since that's not exactly any roleplay that I can do there. Extras, options, graphics. Turn VSync off. Turn motion blur off. Turn the film grain off. I'm sorry, I know for a lot of people this is iconic. It's really hard on my eyes. Motion blur, can't play games with it. Sorry. Film grain, really hard on my eyes. Don't like it at all. Sorry. But that's it for those options. Key bindings we're going to keep as they are. Sound is alright. God, I'm sorry, but the sounds of the main title, or the main theme playing, I'm going to enable subtitles so you can follow along and read if you want. Pop-up tutorials, sure. Squad power usage, defensive, all. Yeah. Level scaling. In classic mode, the original 1 to 60 level range will be used instead of the new 1 to 30 level range. XP and talent points progression remain the same, but the number of levels is doubled. In classic mode, the original 1 to 60 level range will be used instead of the new 1 to 30 level range. Alright, we'll do Legendary mode, because I've played Classic, I suppose. I don't know why they reduced the number of levels. That's kind of... I don't know. Auto-leveling off, of course. Combat difficulty. Let's go hardcore, I think. Yeah, let's go, because the AI, the difficulty scaling is improved. Let's go to hardcore. Insanity is a little bit too sweaty, I think. It requires you to min-max a lot what type of companions you're going to go with where, and, you know, having 2 snipers is not a good thing, and it's going to make the game a lot harder and stuff. I don't want to think in terms of gameplay, I want to think in terms of characters. So I think hardcore is hard enough to be really challenging, and you know, really force you to find and pick up all the different things. But at the same time, I think hardcore is also going to allow us to roleplay more than really just think about all the other things. Alright, I'm going to set the frame rate cap to... let's do it like that, that's fine. Alright. Start a new career.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Alright. Go with a custom male shepherd. Sorry, as much as I love Fem Shep. I have a hard time role-playing as female characters. It's just a personal thing. I think a lot of people have a hard time when they really try and do it, you know?
Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Alright, pre-service history. Both your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations, and they transferred from posting to posting. They were staying in one location. I'm going with Earthborn, I think. You escaped the life of petty crime and the underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. Colonist. I'm going to go with Earthborn.
Confirm psychological profile.
Sole survivor. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme situation, you had to overcome physical torments, psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell. Now you are alone, are left to tell the tale. War hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Ruthless. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers weary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. I like Soul Survivor. The reason I'm building it like this is because we don't know anything about Shepard prior to him entering Alliance service and prior to the first mission. So this is when he meets his 2 teammates. Thus, for him to be ruthless or a war hero and to have a bit of a reputation is alright, but he doesn't have any parents in the game, as I'm sure you know. So yeah, I think Soul Survivor is sort of really being alone, and sort of the first people that really make an impact on his life being the characters that he is going to meet throughout the 3 games. I think that fits really well here.
Military specialization.
So let's go with that. Now, class. I was thinking about this for about a week, honestly. Engineer is good. I like Engineer. They can only wear light armor and specialize in pistols. I don't like that. Their abilities are cool, but I don't like that. I like heavy armors and I like big guns. Vanguard. Bionic warriors, they combine bionic weapons to take down enemies, and especially deadly at short range. Medium armor and shotguns. I don't like shotguns in this game. Sentinel. combine bionic and tech abilities. I really like this, but they wear no... they can only wear light armor. Infiltrator is not great because we have one sniper in the game already, that being Garrus. Now, I like Omni tools and all of that, and they are very helpful for hacking and lockpicking and whatever the hell, all the other things that we're going to do with them. That's cool, but... yeah. Adepts, we have tons in the game already, so there's no real point in doing that. Engineer, we have like a few in the game. Soldiers, we don't have that many of. I think Ash is a soldier. And then, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but, you know, you end up with one soldier. And then there's one more, but he's not the same. As in, he's just built different. Physically, mentally, and equipment-wise, and in every single way, shape, and form possible. So I really like Soldier. And I really like Heavy Armor. But Sniper isn't terrible either. Tell you what, I'm going to go with Soldier.
Facial identification.
And let's change appearances. Code. Oh, you can copy someone else's Shepard and then put it in, I'm assuming. That is fascinating. Okay, tell you what, I won't let you, I won't make you suffer through the motions with me of editing every single follicle of hair on his body. I'm going to cut here and I'm going to show you what the actual character is going to look like when I'm done creating it. No need to waste your time with me fiddling about with all of this. And here we go. I'm not too happy with the hair, but there aren't exactly many better options for it, I'm afraid. I wanted to pick the original hair that Shepard has, the sort of prefab Shepard, but that's not an option. It's not in the game, so yeah. I think we're gonna settle with this. We can change the hair. We can try again. We can change hairstyles between games. That's not something that's outrageous. Something that people do. You'll be unable to change any settings. We will. You just don't know about it, but that's fine.
Identification confirmed.
There we go. And then we've actually... we didn't need to do this beforehand, but we did. Yeah, anyways, that's all good. And there we go. So, yeah, as you saw, that's going to be our character, and starting with the next video, which should come out relatively soon, either today or tomorrow, we're going to actually start playing the game, and, yeah, there you go. Should you wish to join me on this epic journey of probably hundreds of videos, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. You know, it's going to enable you to do that, and also it will help the channel out quite a bit and the series as a whole. But that said, probably the most important thing for this series is the following. Basically, every single series I've done so far on the channel, save for one Warhammer campaign, I've done with at least a little bit of statistics in mind. What do I mean by that? Well, the views, you know, I'll be very blunt about this. If a series is getting virtually no views by episode 15 or 20, I think it's time to cut the series and move on to something that more people want to see, right? That just makes sense. And that's always sort of been a part of the motivating factor in deciding whether I want to play something for longer or not. Whether I want to do videos on something or not, and so on and so forth. This is not the case with Mass Effect. This I'm doing primarily for myself. And this might seem weird to some, especially in the current year of you know, so many people doing YouTube as a career effectively, and you know, that being their job, but you might be surprised to know that this is how Let's Plays started on YouTube. People weren't doing them to make loads of cash. The vast majority of people, years and years ago, did it for themselves. They wanted to share it with a few people, and, you know, they wanted to record themselves do it. It was a bit novel and a bit weird at the time, I suppose, but yeah, this is the reason people made Let's Plays. It wasn't driven by any algorithm or statistics, and this is the same. It's the same with Mass Effect for me, especially when playing an older game like this. Well, Legendary Edition isn't old, but the original release certainly is. So yeah, this is going to be happening regardless of anything else. I'm not going to be marketing this. I'm not going to be. I'll probably put a link on Twitter or something, but I'm doing this primarily for me, and yeah, that's, I'm just being fully honest with you. Virtually everyone on YouTube will end the series if it has no views or if people aren't exactly interested in it. That's just the way it is. Sometimes they'll say it, sometimes they'll just pretend it didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, hell, I've been guilty of doing that as well. So Mass Effect is different though. This is an emotional journey, and it's not something that is dictated or directed by any external thing that's not within the narrative of the game itself. There you go. That's pretty much it. I'll see you all next time.